What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be reacting to SpaceX Starship Flight 9. Hopefully they can get past ship engine cutoff again. And to bring up the luck, I've upgraded from these Sony headset, which you've definitely seen in my other reaction videos, to the JBL Quantum 100s. Now, I've seen people say that these are pretty good headphones for gaming, but I see it as mission control. So hopefully this will bring up the luck, and please, for the love of God, don't explode. All right, let's go.
And mentioned we will be holding at T-minus 40 seconds, so in about 20 seconds from now.
It is 1 minute
we'll hold there,
left.
and
I did hear that they're gonna hold
these final checkouts
for like some final checkouts.
Sounds like just one of those Raptors on the first stage on Super Heavy, which, as you said, we're reflying it for the first time. 29 of those 33 engines have already been used in a launch, one of which has already launched
twice. And
I like this new UI that SpaceX did.
And you just heard our flight director for the day, Joe Sliker. He just shared that we are going to hold.
All right.
Let's listen in. Watch that first flight.
Let's go.
Proven super heavy.
Come on, Booster 14.
Get ready to take off from Starbase.
This is your second attempt. You made it back. Very well to you, brother. Here we go. T-minus 15 seconds. If this fails, oh my God.
About to one. Hit hold.
Frick, man. Even the people in Hawthorne said, oh. Honestly, I'm not mad at that. I'm just, wow. This new interface, I like.
All right.
I just heard that they might reset.
So we're going to see the clock. It is now rolling.
Oh, thank God. I heard Dan say that we might reset everything. I was like, oh, no, please.
Quick disconnect to the ship.
Let's go.
There is a chance that automation will kick us out again if we encounter the same issue. But for now, the clock is rolling. We'll see if we pass around that T-minus 10-second mark.
If ship does not make it past Seco, I'm going to slap myself in the face 9 times hard. 10. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Deluge. Come on. Come on. There's the engines. All 33 lit. Come on. Go on. Let's go. Let's go. Dang, all 33 engines all working. Just like the last flight that this booster was on. Come on, baby. Oh, man. Alright. I don't know why, but my heart is beating so fast. It's much faster than all the other flights of
T-plus 40 seconds. It's one hell of a sight from here. We see it arcing right over top of us. We see 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it starts to ascend skyward.
So, if that's booster telemetry, will the ship telemetry pop in? We'll just have to see until the interface changes.
Coming up on maximum aerodynamic pressure, then only about a minute and a half until we get into hot staging.
Oh my God.
Wow, Dan, that was incredible.
Once again, I'm loving this new interface.
We could feel the building shaking here, feel the vehicle's power. Now we're just about a minute away from shutting down those engines on the booster. Again, this booster is flying for its second time today.
Sad there's going to be no catch, but...
All right, so hot staging.
What can you do?
Coming up a little under a minute.
They just got to, they're still in the learning phase, so...
We're going to see all
the
the 3 center engines
I heard they might also
turn off on the booster.
One of the center 3 engines during the final landing burn phase.
And then just a few seconds later, hoping to see 6 engines ignite on ship.
So, not sure, but
to push it away.
We could probably see that. Alright, stage separation is coming up. There's the... Ooh.
Alright, hot staging, about 30 seconds.
That's new. I haven't seen that roll before. Is that normal? Haven't seen that roll yet. Maybe they said it in SpaceX.com, but...
And definitely keep an eye on which way the booster flips.
I don't read all
First ever directional flip we're going for today. Should flip straight up.
Yeah, okay. Wow, okay. So it did a Okay.
See those engines powering down?
Roll. There you go.
Booster engine cut off.
Booster engine cut off. Ooh, that nice animation there on the telemetry. And there's hot staging.
Ship ignition.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Operation.
The booster flipping straight back up.
Incredible flip by Super Heavy Booster.
That was
and you
crazy.
Can see those 6
all right.
engines.
There's the
three
ship.
engines on the ship ignited.
There's the ship telemetry. All right. Booster coming back.
6 healthy Raptors running on ship. On its
New
way to
Raptor
space.
camera.
Peek that engine view. Booster doing the boost back.
So
Chris,
if the
how's it
engine
looking
breaks
over
off
there?
again, then we
Hawthorne,
could
man.
see the engine break off.
It is
So
looking
Raptor chamber pressure is nominal.
It is looking absolutely
Boost
incredible
back
here
bird
in
is
Hawthorne. As
healthy.
we said, 6 healthy engines on ship. We've got 13 out of 13 engines on the booster.
Okay,
now down to those 3, which is
boost
what
back
we expect
shutdown.
in the final moments of the boost back burn. Now, as a reminder, we are not recovering the Super Heavy booster today. We are instead going to do
booster
some...
boost back shutdown.
And there we had a
All right,
good
they're
shutdown
gonna do some experiments
of
with the
the
booster
back
now.
burn. Next up will be the jettison of that hot stage.
There's the hot stage jettison.
Nominal.
Great call out there that everything looking nominal aboard the Super Heavy vehicle, which is returning to Earth, and we're going to be doing some experiments with it, including a higher angle of attack re-entry, as well as some engine tests as it gets closer to the Gulf. We are, again, because of these tests not recovering it, we are sending it to the Gulf on purpose to do those tests. But again, you see the booster on the left-hand side of your screen. You see ship
So they're
with
gonna do
6
some
healthy
engine
engines
testing with the booster?
continuing its
Can't
ascent
wait to see
its
that.
planned suborbital trajectory. Everything going
Yeah, but
very
look at the
well
ship
so
camera.
far for Starship's 9th flight. Now 4 minutes, 15 seconds in. Great views from inside of the aft
So
engine
far,
area of ship. They're
ship is
looking
going
at
well.
those 3 sea level and 3 Raptor
But the bad stuff
engines
happens
on the
after the
right-hand side of
booster
your
touches
screen.
down, so-
The booster doing its LOX dump, that liquid oxygen dump. So because we
I'm
don't
not
need
used to
some
that.
of that
The ship
liquid oxygen propellant
rolled
in
90
its tanks,
degrees.
we vent that propellant out to lessen the booster's
And flying
mass as
into
it
space like
comes
a normal
in
airplane instead of
for
like, you know,
its landing.
ascending sideways, but I'm not mad at it. It's a pretty cool view. Actually, no, very cool view. It looks like I'm in,
Absolutely gorgeous
This
views
camera looks
watching
like
these 2 vehicles do
looking
their
out of an airplane
respective
window, you know?
things in the skies over Texas here today. And Dan, we're approaching the
All right,
5-minute
booster
mark
is
into the
coming
flight.
down.
Super Heavy is descending rapidly. What can we expect here in the next few minutes as it does its
Nominal
atmospheric
trajectory.
tests?
Yeah,
Booster
now
is
as we had
coming
talked about, Super Heavy might not
Give
have
me a
a
booster
very
camera.
smooth ride down. We're going to be putting it through this higher angle of attack. So we're kind of pitching it up a tiny bit, increasing drag. We've done this in wind
Ship
tunnels.
is looking
We've done
good.
this in
Is
computer
it rolling
modeling.
again?
It shows that sometimes the control isn't great, but only one way to really prove it out,
Right.
and that's to get real world data. So here comes Super Heavy. It should be.
One thing I don't like about this new
igniting
interface
for
is
its
that there's like,
landing
you know,
burn
barely any
in
telemetry now.
Just about
I'm sure they're
40
gonna fix it in the
seconds
future,
from now.
but we'll just wait until see.
And we
There
are
you
going to
go.
relight
There's the
13 engines,
there's the
then
re-entry.
bring that down to 3 engines. As we
There's
talked
the
about
re-entry flame.
earlier, we will be intentionally
Booster
shutting
FPS is
down.
saved.
We will be shutting down one of those 3 center engines
Okay.
intentionally to push the limits of the
So it's
Super
either
Heavy
they're gonna
booster.
land with 2
Chamber
engines
pressure's
or
normal.
light like another engine.
Continuing to see 6 healthy engines on the ship, 3 sea
Excluding
level
the center
and 3
engines.
vacuum engines still
Where's the
ignited
booster?
as the Super Heavy booster is making its
There
way
it is.
back down.
There's
to
landing
Earth.
burn.
We can see those grid fins doing some heavy work.
Well,
Booster landing start up.
Ignited for our landing burn.
did I see what I just see? Did I just see what I just see? Did you see what I just see?
Ended with that landing burn.
Well,
Does look
all
like
eyes
we
on the ship
lost
now.
telemetry from the booster once we started into that landing
R.I.P.
burn.
booster. You did well.
Did you
did
see
very
your
well, actually.
confirmation that the booster did demise?
Yeah. But please.
So the booster's flight ending
Focus
before
on the
it was
booster.
able to get through landing burn, but again,
All right,
we're not
booster
bringing
telemetry
that
is
back.
gone.
We're expecting
All eyes on
it
ship now.
to make a hard splashdown in the Gulf.
Earth telemetry?
We were getting live data back
That's
the
nice.
entire
All right.
time through that high angle of attack flight.
Ship
so
engines are looking
that was
good.
something that was really vital for us to get during this reuse.
I pray that we can see
First free flight of booster
a
in the
V2
books.
landing.
All right, ship. There's about 2 minutes
I've been
left.
praying for this day since Flight 7.
In about 2 minutes, we expect all 6 Raptor engines to shut down. That will be Seco basically second engine or second stage engine shut off. And these are some incredible views, Dan, from the aft end of the ship, watching as the engines stay ignited with the Earth in the background.
As always, the Starship avionics team, the techs.
Oh, okay, they did roll back. It's a lot of rolling.
I think we just heard the booster. But, all right, we got about a minute left into this burn. All eyes definitely on ship as we get through the final stages.
Those engines better not explode
into its ascent. We're expecting it.
But right now it's looking good.
Cut those engines off.
It's looking very good. We're getting close to Seco.
45 seconds.
Terminal guidance.
Engine is burning up a little bit there.
All right, just about 30 seconds to go. We're in terminal guidance. The final stages of this ascent burn. We did see
vacuum engine shut down.
Raptor engines.
Vacuums are shut down.
We do stagger
sea
these,
level?
so we do the Raptors first. Those three have shut
wait
down
for the
successfully.
Wait for the sea levels.
Sea levels still running.
Ship engine cut off.
Yes! Finally!
Ship engine cut off, the three most beautiful words in the English language.
And great call out that we had nominal insertion. An incredible
Oh my god,
flight
finally
test
ship
so
engine cut
far
off since
today.
Flight 6.
We reflew a super heavy booster for the very first time
Finally.
in 9 test flights.
I did see the ship
is in its orbital trajectory.
Spin a little bit there.
Again, it's
from the
going to
engine
remain
camera,
suborbital for its
it's
mission
gonna come
today.
Finally!
But it ignited all.
is saved.
It ignited all 6 of its engines and made it all the way through Seco just now.
There we go. Third time's a charm for ship V2.
What a
I
moment.
see the word deploy. So
Incredible.
All right.
definitely going to be
Again,
back for Starlink.
Ooh,
for
still lots
Starlink
to come
deployment.
for the rest of this flight. Per usual, I need to collect myself. Hey, Chris, how's it going over there in
The ship is
Hawthorne,
spinning.
man? How's everybody doing?
I think the elation and the excitement and the happiness at what we just saw achieved carried
not like
through
a
across
stable
all
coast,
of our
but
sites.
it is coasting.
What an incredible view to see Starship back orbiting the
It's
Earth just under 11 minutes into our mission. Absolutely exciting to see all of this, and super pumped especially to see all of the team's hard work in action here today. As guaranteed, it has been an exciting evening so far for Starship's 9th test flight. We lifted off a little bit after 6:30 p.m. after
Starlink
a couple
deployment.
of holds. That
This is
why we
obviously a test we want to be able to do before we're deploying full-on Starlinks, but the real focus for this, now that we are in space, is getting to
one of the actuators on the door could not open fully,
the most
so
critical phase of Starship that we still have
no
to prove
Starlink
out.
simulators deployed. That's fine though. At least the Starlink simulators did get to space.
As
Okay,
we
just
are
check back, looking at the
little bit,
telemetry.
we're coming up on
Well, before
Africa.
this telemetry,
I believe we do swing
it's
just to the south of that
spinning quite
continent.
violently.
And by the time we start heading out over the Indian Ocean,
It's
we'll
reminding
start
me a lot
heading
of
into a
Flight
sunrise.
3.
So,
God, need some water.
not looking great with a lot of our on-orbit objectives for today, where we were hoping to do the PEZ deploy and relight an engine, and then really importantly get into that controlled
I don't think they're
entry
going to do
to really
a
put
engine
the
relight,
heat
but
shield through the ringer.
well, we'll see.
Nonetheless. All
Every-
right, so we are 42 minutes and change into today's flight
the
test. You're seeing
Flip did I just
the
see?
light show start as Starship is getting closer to its reentry. If you're just tuning in, we were able to successfully make it to orbit.
Oh man,
Run
I'm gonna
into
get
a
dizzy
couple of
from looking at
issues
this.
as we've coasted to our
This is giving me
entry
Flight 3
point over
vibes.
the Indian Ocean. At this point, we had lost attitude control of the ship and entered into a spin.
Yeah, I can tell.
The team made the call. We get to this phase.
God, I
And
feel
with
like
the
I'm
views
watching
that we are
Interstellar
able to see, you are seeing
all over
that
again.
plasma build up. During reentry, we do expect
God.
the vehicle to see about 1400 degrees Celsius, and there you can see the flap feeling that temperature there.
Okay.
A little bit melting away. But as we expected with the
there is a
spinning
very
of
low
the
chance that this thing's
vehicle,
gonna make it.
we are
Actually,
no
no,
longer
it will not make.
controlling
Oh
the
my
attitude
God.
of the vehicle. So this is now at this point in the test
The
flight.
flap
It
is
is
cooked.
expected to
Flap is
see
cooked. It's
it
way too
begin
thin.
to demise.
If you recall back to
way
Flight
back down
4.
to Earth.
Yeah, and so we'll stick with it
That
for
flap
as
made
long
it.
as we're kind of getting any reach back from
Well,
the
I
ship
don't
as
think
it starts to make
we're gonna
this
get any more further
reentry.
than this. So might as well call it off right now. All right. Well, that was a hell of a flight. Sadly, didn't make through all of the achievements, but it did make it past Seco. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.